more. Houston Morning News with Matt Patrick now.
KTRH News Time is 7:47, and joining us right now, the man who came in second in New Hampshire but appears to be having more fun than anyone else, Congressman Ron Paul. Congressman, welcome back to Houston's Morning News, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Good to be with you.
It's good to be with you, too. I've got to play this for you. I think you know what's coming, then I want to hear what you think about this.
I sort of have to chuckle when they describe you and me as being dangerous.
Now, who are you dangerous to, Congressman? Are you dangerous to the status quo, as you suggested, or do you think you're dangerous possibly to the Republican Party?
Well, I didn't hear the clip, but I think I know what you're talking about because I've talked a lot about me being dangerous, and I think we're dangerous to the status quo. You know, the people who get the bailouts, the people who benefit from the monetary system, the people who get the contracts, the lobbyists. So yes, they're in danger. If we have our way, that would all be stopped, and we would change the form of government we have to be much more representative of the people rather than the special interests.
Congressman, your strategy, how different will it be in South Carolina? The voters there are obviously very different from those in New Hampshire.
Yeah, that is the case, but I still think the message is universal. And people sometimes point out that, that's a military town, and, they might not receive you as well. But anytime people ask me that question, they never say, why do you get more money from the active military people than anybody else, which means we get tremendous support from the military. So, no, the strategy will be the same, and we will do our advertising and our campaigning as best we can. But being convinced that the message is a universal message, everybody should enjoy the fruits of our Constitution, our liberties, and I think that's what we have to convince people of.
Congressman Ron Paul, Dr. Dangerous, joining us here this morning. And Congressman, hang on a second. When we come back, I want to talk about what is going on with the Republican Party right now and how it appears that they are kind of eating their young. Your thoughts on that? Joining us right now, Congressman Ron Paul. I like to call him Dr. Dangerous. He's a very happy man. You look like you're having an awful lot of fun, Congressman.
Yeah, I think it's been going very well, and when the message is well received and the enthusiasm is there, that gives me a lot of fun. All
right, let me ask you this. What do you think about Gingrich and Perry going after Romney, taking what Romney said out of context? There are people that disagree with me. I don't like this at all. I think it's going to come back to bite the Republican Party in the butt. Others say this is good. We're vetting Romney now. What do you think about all this?
Well, I thought it was over the top. Matter of fact, I, in many ways, came to Governor Romney's defense on this because they were criticizing him for saying that he enjoyed firing people. He never said it. They took it out of context. They took one phrase out of one sentence, and then they took a very free market approach and criticized him for doing what he's doing, for restructuring companies, and that's what you're supposed to do when a company's about to go under totally. You have to restructure it. So he was acting correctly there. I have my criticisms of Romney, and I've done plenty of that, and I think they should stick to the issues and where we disagree in positions. But for our candidates to take a non-conservative, non-market position and go after him, they gave him a lot of credibility that he was on the side of the free market, which he really isn't because he's been on the wrong side of so many issues when it comes to medical care and bailouts and those kind of issues.
Michael Berry is here with me. He just got back from New Hampshire, I think literally hours ago, and I'm going to let Michael weigh in. Do you like the idea of do you agree with Congressman Paul?
Well, I agree on a number of things in his perspective. I spent a lot of time with Rand Paul over the last couple of days, his son and his surrogate, and the best surrogate out on the stump, as I've said. But what I find interesting, I look at these returns. The story to be told is Mitt Romney has won marginally more votes than he did in 2012, just as with Iowa he did basically the same. Ron Paul has seen almost a 15% spike, and yet you never see that in the news. The big question has been who's going to be in third. It's as if they're overlooking Ron Paul, and as a candidate, how frustrating that has to be to say, hey, look, notice me, I'm getting results. I'm not down on the end.
What do you say to that, Congressman?
And they also throw in the reason why they ignore me is because I'm, quote, unelectable. But why do they go down? Why don't they go down the list? And why aren't the ones getting in fourth, fifth, sixth? seventh place, why are they electable? They never say, oh, you guys aren't electable. But I come in second or third, and I do very well and get a lot of votes. We don't talk much about him because he's unelectable. Well, why don't we let the voters decide that?
Right. Congressman, I want to congratulate you, first of all, on your second-place finish. I know you're on to South Carolina. We look forward to having you back on here, Houston's Morning News. We will be watching, and we will be waiting for more fantastic sound bites from you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good to be with you.
Good to be with you, too. Dr. Ron Paul coming in second with a 23% of the vote in New Hampshire.